He paid every premium, right on time. But when his house burned down, they said he wasn't covered. Here's what no one tells you about how insurance really works. Most people think insurance is a safety net. But what if that net has holes you never saw coming? Let me tell you about Maria. Her husband died in a car crash, and she thought the life insurance would carry her family. But the check never came. A missed premium payment, 30 days before, voided everything. They lost the house, the car, the future he worked his whole life for. And no one warned them this could happen. Or take the Johnsons. Their basement flooded, wiping out everything. Turns out, flood damage wasn't part of their home insurance. They thought they were covered, until they weren't. And they're not alone. Every year, thousands of Americans file claims. And every year, billions are denied, delayed, or underpaid. Because the truth is, you're not buying protection. You're buying a contract, and most people never read the fine print. And that contract was written by their lawyers, not yours. So ask yourself, who is it really designed to protect? This isn't fear-mongering, it's the game you're already playing. You just don't know the rules yet. Here's what they never tell you. Insurance isn't designed to protect you. It's designed to protect them, the company. Think of insurance like a casino. Every bet you make, they calculate the odds in their favor. They collect your premiums like the house collects your chips. But when it's your turn to win, they double-check the rulebook. The money they don't pay out? That becomes their profit. Billions of dollars a year. They use actuarial data, algorithms, and risk scores. And they know more about your life than you do. Your age, your income, your habits. Even your zip code affects how much they charge you, or deny you. And if you think your agent is on your side, they're often just salespeople chasing commissions. It's not personal. It's not even evil. It's just business, and you're not in on the rules. They call it underwriting. But what they're really doing is minimizing their losses, not yours. They bet you'll never file a claim. And if you do, they bet you won't fight back. This isn't about protection, it's about power. And unless you understand the game, you've already lost. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly the way it was designed to, just not for you. Every clause, every exception, every page of legal jargon is there to give them options, not to give you peace of mind. Let's be real. Who reads the fine print? Not you. Not me. And they count on that. Behind every policy is an underwriting team, trained to find risk, not protect you from it. They use data to calculate how little they can cover without losing you as a customer. The language is strategic. Words like may, subject to, or unless. Every one of those terms is a trapdoor. And when disaster strikes, you meet the adjuster, not your agent. That adjuster works for them, not you. Their job? Minimize payouts. Not make you whole, just make the claim disappear as cheaply as possible. And if you push back, they push harder. Delays, deadlines, denials, death by paperwork. They know most people won't fight. You're grieving. You're broke. You're outmatched. But here's the part that stings the most. You paid for this, every month, for years. The system isn't built to save you when everything falls apart. It's built to survive, even if you don't. There's a reason no one explains this stuff to you. Because if you understood it, you might stop trusting the whole system. You're told you're covered. But what you're actually buying is a document filled with traps. Here's the first secret. The cheaper your policy, the more you carry the risk. Low premiums often mean high deductibles, limited payouts, and buried exclusions. Second secret. Most agents are incentivized to sell, not protect. They earn commissions when you sign, not when you suffer. Third, every rider, every upgrade, every add-on costs you more. But many of them are what actually make the policy work. If you don't ask for those extras, they won't offer them. Because ignorance is profitable. Fourth, the appeals process is a war of attrition. They know you'll get tired, give up, or run out of time. If you've ever had a claim under review for months, that delay isn't accidental. It's strategy. Fifth, your medical data? Yeah, they share that across databases you've never heard of. They don't need to deny you outright. They just raise your rates until you can't afford protection anymore. They're betting you'll never ask the right questions. But now, you know what to ask. Not everyone gets blindsided. Some people beat the system because they learned how to play it. Like James and Alicia, first-time parents who added a disability rider to their life policy. When James got injured at work, their mortgage and bills were fully covered. Or Nia, who refused to sign anything until she read every line, twice. She caught an exclusion that would have voided coverage for her home's foundation. She negotiated the policy before disaster struck, not after. And when a pipe burst last winter, she was paid out in full. Then there's Marcus, who challenged a denied life claim for his sister's kids. He didn't scream. He documented everything, and he won. The check that was first denied? Over $250,000, released after his appeal. These aren't exceptions. They're people who took time to understand the game. They asked better questions. They got second opinions. They didn't assume the agent knew best. They treated insurance like a legal contract, because that's exactly what it is. And they prepared before tragedy forced their hand. This isn't about fear. It's about leverage. And when you learn how the game works, you stop playing defense. There are only 2 times you think about insurance, right before disaster and right after. And by then, it's already too late. One moment, you're fine. Next, you're standing in the ruins, wondering if the promise was ever real. No check. No payout. No help. Just a phone line, a claim number, and silence. And what happens next? You drain your savings, sell what you own, beg for mercy on GoFundMe. You promised your family peace, but left them chaos. Not because you were careless, but because you didn't know. And the companies, they survive either way. Their business thrives on your silence, your delay, your trust. This isn't about paperwork. It's about protecting your legacy, or letting it disappear. Because when you die, someone you love is going to pick up that policy. And they'll either cry with relief, or scream in disbelief. You can't wait until the fire starts to check if you have water. You prepare now, or pay later. Because insurance won't save you, but understanding it might save everything you love. You've seen what happens when you wait. Now imagine what happens when you don't. This isn't about fear, it's about responsibility. The kind that builds legacies instead of leaving questions. You don't need millions. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Protect what matters before someone else has to recover what's lost. If you want more eye-opening truths like this, hit subscribe. Your future self will thank you.